Welcome, Libra, to your December 2017 love energy reading. So we're going to start out here with how I've been doing everyone else. So the intro messages, I feel, just a few, is that there's some of you may still be contemplating a marriage, whether or not to get married, whether or not to get engaged, or to be in a relationship with another person just yet. And being as though Mercury is in retrograde, it does cause issues with communication. It's not a really good time to make commitments if there's anything new, to kind of sign contracts and things like that. So just be mindful of that. I feel like your impatience, you are impatient maybe this month, but your patience will be tested with how slow the energy may be moving. So there may be some issues where either you're taking care of another person, still providing for that person, maybe financially, or you're someone is providing for you financially, and it's maybe a financial drain on you emotionally as well for some, if you're still living under the same house. So I feel like for some of you, you're going to have conversations about this, about the wedding, about the marriage, about that relationship, to see how things can change. And others of you, I still feel like there's a contemplation of moving in, whether it's the right time or not. Another sign had this kind of combo as well, and whether or not it's a good idea, because there may be some issues with a past partner or relationship partner making threats with your new love interest, or that could be happening on the other side towards you, and you may not even know about that. So I feel like that could be some of the energy that some of you may be dealing with. So before we get into the cards that are shuffled here, we're going to see the two cards for the theme from the Romance Angels for Libra for December 2017 in love. We have very soon. Okay, it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So many different facets, whether or not you want to commit just now. Some of you definitely are single and you're just waiting for the right time to open up to another person, if not now, sooner than later, or if at all, for some of you out there. Messages for Libra for December 2017. Libra for December 2017. And we have flirt. It says extend your lighthearted energies to others. So this is either dealing with your partner as well as other people if you are single. So getting out and about, being open to meeting somebody new, especially with very soon here. It does look like a free kind of energy, but some of you are definitely committed to somebody, but just trying to figure out ways to move forward just yet, or if it's in your best interest. All right, so let's see what we have for Libra in love for December 2017. I already pre-shuffled. So what's going on with their emotions, how others may be seeing you, or your partner, what your partner may be up to if you're dealing with somebody, and then the outcome. This is just for, okay. All right. So we do have the Seven of Swords. You see this a sneaky kind of energy where some of you may be giving this off, or you're dealing with somebody that's not quite being honest with you right now. And it could just be holding back when it comes to communication, just addressing certain things, and that's what could have you feeling a bit down, I feel. You do have the Three of Wands, so you or the other person could be definitely planning for that marriage or for stability, maybe a home, getting things together, especially focusing on career before they are to make a commitment in a relationship. So some of you are definitely waiting, I feel. So you have the King of Pentacles here, so it could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus that you are thinking about, you're focused on, that could be focused on you, but also focused on your material wealth right now. And I feel like there are good energies where you're going back and forth to work, making money, good ideas, feeling confident there, especially financially for some. And then you have the Seven of Wands in reverse, the recent past, so coming from November. This is a lot of people maybe vying for your attention, or your partner kind of overwhelming you, and maybe they are, it doesn't mean that they are a drain to you, but sometimes if they are wanting too much of your attention emotionally, you may feel like you're just not wanting to be bothered, or there are multiple partners for you to choose from. Those are some issues. Or if your partner is not coming around to let you know what's going on, this is where you feel like it's just too much. You just don't want to be bothered, just kind of giving up there. All right. Then you have the Queen of Swords in the upright position, so Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini that you could be dealing with. But this is often dealing with, you know, business deals, making decisions that are good for you in love for a lot of you out there. But just kind of conversing, you know, just having good conversations with others, and really not too overly emotional when it comes to a connection or decision that you have to make with somebody right now. All right. And then you have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So if there could be a decision that you may be going through a divorce or just letting it go right now, may not be moving forward completely because of the retrograde cycle, you know, that's actually happening in this month. So in the meantime, you're letting go, and I feel like that's a decision that some of you are definitely making. See, the Ten of Wands is in reverse, and you got the Seven of Wands there. So the position of how you may be feeling, for some of you right now, you're definitely wanting to connect with somebody emotionally, and again, you could definitely be dependent on another person financially right now, because it could be flipped around as well. But I feel like maybe financially there are some issues that are going on, especially with the home environment. There could definitely be a move or relocation. We did speak about that, but the time might not be right, so some of you are definitely saving before you're actually to make that move with the other person. And the position of how others are seeing you, they may just be seeing you as a bit detached, or your partner as well. That's the Aquarius, Libra, Gemini card. You could just be some of you might be a lawyer, be handling that situation. A lot of the times this comes through where you are the Queen of Swords. You're still asking questions and wanting to know, you know, the reasons why certain things happen, who's involved, you know, why did another person do, you know, did something to you in the past or didn't communicate. And then as you gain that information from that person, you then make a decision, you know, through the information that you have. So this is the judge. Okay, you got the jury, you got the information, the things that you actually need right now. So this is detaching and not, you know, taking any sob stories or making anyone allowing anyone to make you feel guilty about what you actually want and desire, especially if someone is not being truthful with you right now. And we have the World in reverse, of which your partner may be going through. So your partner may not feel like everything is complete when it comes to the connection between you. They may be dealing with someone else that they're not moving on from, and I feel like that's the reason why you have to let something go. And especially with the Ten of Wands in reverse, this is like the divorce energy, I feel, for some of you. So there could definitely be a marriage where some of you are leaving and moving on from that, and another person is moving on from a different connection, and you two can't connect just yet because someone else is still there. Or the fact that you and that person is kind of in and out, you know, back and forth, where if there are unanswered questions, so you're having to go off of how you feel, you know, right now. And I feel like your partner is still kind of indecisive about what they want as well. And then you have the Eight of Swords in reverse, and I believe Aries had this card as well, so you may be dealing with an Aries, but this is still the energy of changing your perspective about certain things, the way that you think about certain things, the way that you felt restricted or obliged to stay in a certain arrangement for whatever reason. Maybe now it's time for you to move on, or maybe stay put. It just depends on what that is. So we'll see. So let's see why the Seven of Swords is here for. Let's do it this way. Clarify the Seven of Swords for Libra for December 2000. Clarify the Seven of Swords for Libra. We do have the Four of Swords, so there is some rejuvenating, some resting, I feel, for many of you. If this is not true, another person is still healing from something, I feel, or somebody. Let's see. Clarify the Seven of Swords for Libra. And then the Chariot is in reverse, so that person, you or the other person, is having issues with making that decision, with moving forward, and because of that, the indecisiveness, you're still having to make a decision. You know, no decision is a decision that some of you may be making, I feel, and it could be somebody else that you're. That's what I feel. Someone else is there in the picture, and that's why I mentioned the squabbles of the ex-partner. Maybe making threats, or there's confrontation that's going on that some of you just don't know about. Messages, let me see. Clarify the Ten of Wands reverse for Libra. Yeah, you're moving on. For a lot of you, you're walking away from someone or a situation, especially if it's toxic or there's conflict there. And let's clarify the King of Pentacles for Libra. Whoa. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So for many of you, these are new ideas in business, like we were talking about, money opportunities, focusing on those things. And if you have maybe that you are attracted to someone that you work with, maybe it's a new job that you got, and maybe some teamwork and things going on like that, especially if you are working with an ex-partner or working with somebody. You know, those are some things that are going on. And I feel like for some of you, your partner is working on that as well. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles reverse for you, Libra. Reverse for Libra. And the Six of Pentacles. So it's something like where if you're owed something, you're wanting that back, or you're wanting your partner to kind of it does seem to be like some kind of imbalance that is there on either side. You're wanting something from your partner, emotionally, materially, you know, financially. Those kind of things are there, but they may not be able to provide just yet. And clarify the World reverse for your partner. Clarify the World reverse for your partner. See, the Lovers is in reverse, so there does seem to be some kind of infidelity or third-party interference that is there, or the fact that this connection right here was not something that was stable enough, so you two have decided to move on, and it's not good to stay there because there doesn't seem to be forward momentum. The two cards of traveling and moving forward, the World and the Chariot, both major arcanas, and they're both in reverse, so those are issues where things are not moving forward. And let's clarify one more card for you, the Eight of Swords reverse for Libra. And we have the Four of Wands. So for many of you, the fact that some of you are not receiving clear communication from your partner, this is if you are attached to somebody and that's the wedding or that relationship. They're not willing to connect just yet because they're focusing on this. They're focusing on making this something that's stable. The Three of Wands is here. The Four of Wands is here. And others of you, the reasons why the lack of communication or honesty is going on, dishonesty is going on, is because somebody is married. All right, so that could be some of what's going on. So it's like deciding whether or not to wait or deciding whether or not to stick to a toxic situation. Okay, so those are your messages for the month. I do wish you the best. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you, Happy New Year, and remember that if you would like a private or personal reading, you can go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for your energy. Have a good one.